guys, today we're going to do an unboxing of an Arturia MiniBrute 2 analog synth. I have had it out of the box before. This is actually mine. Sadly, I've sold it, it is a bit of a sad day for me, but we're going to take it out of the box, make sure everything checks out. In this video, we're just going to unbox it and show you what you would get if you bought one. And then in a further video this weekend, we're going to go through, try all the different patches, explain how it works, and yeah, kind of a sad day, but we'll unbox it and get reacquainted with an old friend here. So, originally bought the Arturia MiniBrute 2 when I was learning about subtractive synthesis and how to use a synthesizer. I actually wouldn't recommend it as a beginner synth at this point. I think there's some modular stuff, or maybe the Mini Moog might be better than this. But anyway, I still love it. It's great. I know I will again someday have one. I know that's a little strange to say. Well, why don't you just keep this one? Well, I get gear in, I use it, I play with it, and then it serves its purpose, and then it moves on. It lets someone else will be able to enjoy it as I try other things out, and that's what I'm into. That's what this channel's about. So what we've got here off the top is the Arturia cookbook. Now the Moog grandmother and Mother 32 actually come with a similar thing in that there's a bunch of patches for you to try. So they've done it in like a restaurant theme, fork and knife in this sound wave. 3 chefs, 40 recipes, infinite flavors. So I'm actually going to do a video. I'm going to do all these patches, all of them, and we'll check them out. It may help you on your journey to see if the MiniBrute 2 is right for you. Now this is not the MiniBrute 2S, which has the sampling pads at the bottom. This actually has the keys. It's like two whole octaves, in fact. Let's take a look at the cookbook, though. It is an unboxing video. So we've got, already had it flipped open. Yeah, so it's going to have a diagram of the top half of the the MiniBrute, sorry, MiniBrute 2, and just a bunch of recipes for us to go through. So I'm going to do that in more detail on other videos that I make this weekend. What else is in the box for this quick unboxing tutorial? Looks like we got the little quick start guide, which is probably helpful because if you don't know about synthesis, which I certainly didn't, at the beginning you start pressing keys, nothing happens. There's no sound, so that's probably fairly helpful. And this is going to give us, there's the unit itself, the adapter with all of its geographical plugs, the different plugs for the different regions, and the cookbook and the patch cables. So we've got our little patch cables here. That's pretty handy that it comes with all these. And then these are all the European and Russian and Poland and Australian and Japanese and God knows where else, all the different plugs. Mine is locked into like a North American. And let's get this guy out. Nope, like so. I've just got a flap down here. And there it is, in its beauty and its wooden cheeks, and we call that anodide. It's always bothered me that these move a little bit. They don't straighten up. It's the OCD in me that needs these to be perfectly straight, and they just never are. But anyway, otherwise it feels good. That, oh, look at this. Found some little extra. It's the mouth guard. Take that out. Now the keys will go down. They don't feel like a piano by any means. There's not hammers on strings, but it's not the worst. It doesn't feel like, you know, Toys R Us Casio bad. It's a slightly step up than that. This half down is the same as the MiniBrute 2. I'm sorry. This half up is the same as the MiniBrute 2S. What makes the MiniBrute 2 and the MiniBrute 2S different is from here down, you get the keys on the MiniBrute 2, And on the MiniBrute 2S, you would get the sample pads. But up here, we've got your, again, for me, when I was new at Synthesis, this was not a great machine for me. At any rate, we'll get into that. Let's just go to the back real quick. We've got, that looks like a Kensington lock port, but it may not be. Master out, headphone out, the old MIDI DIN in and out, USB. Actually, well, I guess because you could USB into a DAW, into a computer. It takes a, what is that, 12 volt DC, 2.5 amp, and then there's the power switch. It also has these really strong connectors for its the Euro rack back mount you could get for this. I never had that, which is weird because I think I ordered it and then maybe canceled the order. But anyway, little feet down here. Yeah, that's metal, right? That's nice and solid. So up here we've got your LFO, your low frequency oscillator, which you could use as another musical oscillator, or you could use it to control automation through the CV of the synthesizer. There's the rate on it. Sequential and free, I'm not actually sure what that does. We're going to get into that on another video. Here's your first oscillator, this section here, complete with glide. Incidentally, this is probably the best synthesizer I've ever got close to the Doctor Who theme song lead. Even more so than maybe some of my Moogs, because I don't know, the glide just got me there, but we'll go through that in another video. This is the second oscillator. Then we get the filter. We've got the cutoff, and then the resonance. Oh, we've got low pass, band pass, high pass, and a notch mode. So the filter is pretty, it's more than the Moogs that I have would give you, more than the mother and the grandmother that I can tell in terms of the filter settings. Go to FM plus and minus. That must be ADSR. It's the attack, decay, sustain, and release. I don't know what that does. Brute factor seemed to be like a distortion, and that's one of the things that set the MiniBrutes apart and made, that's where the Brute comes from. It was a brutish that you could crank that up and get the harsh pounding distortion if you wanted it. That's a master volume. Global tune is to do a fine tune of the oscillators, and that I think is like your VCA. I think if you crank that out up, you don't have to hit a key, I think is what that is. It was just like opening up a VCA. But and then a second LFO. Actually forgot about that. With the same controls, sequential or free, and the rate knob. This is your mixer, so that you would let your sawtooth, your square wave, triangle. That's your noise, I'm sure. It's probably a form of white noise. EXT, I think, is if you were to pump external audio through here, which you can do on the patch panel. That's oscillator 2. Then you got your ADSR, and then another couple. Attack and decay. Okay, attack, decay, sustain, release, and then another envelope, attack and decay. Gate, trigger, once, and loop. I used to know exactly what these do, and now I'm not so sure. I may have to review this I'll definitely have to review this before I do another video on it. Again, this is just supposed to be an unboxing. Obviously, I don't know this thing so well to be giving tutorials. Shift button, blend range. All of this has to pertain to the sequencer. Got the pitch. The pitch and the wheel feel really, really nice. Transpose, and keyboard play to give you your different octaves across your keys. And then now it's coming back to me that the shift this blue ring on the shift is tied to these blue markers here to give you your swing feel, your gates, legato, all kinds of sort of double actions beyond. The blue shift is basically how you activate these. You'd hold that, swing off would be this key here. But anyway, there it is. I should go through these. Up here's your, so you can interoperate with other Eurorack modules, or the Mother 32 or the Moog grandmother. This is what makes it a semi-modular synthesizer, is that it has these patch panels. All the outs are highlighted in white and the ins are not, so pretty clearly labeled. So you could, you know, I can and have let my kid play with it. You just tell them, you know, don't out any of the outs. You can in and out, but you don't out the outs, right? Out the outs together. It kind of makes it nice that they've labeled them so brightly. I've seen other synthesizers where it's not labeled as obviously. So, but anyway, yeah, this is a quick unboxing of the MiniBrute 2 by Arturia, and she's a little dusty. I'll have to clean her up. Thanks for watching, and look forward to, we're going to go through all the patches in the cookbook, and once I know what I'm doing, I'll try to give a little tutorial, but I'm going to have to read that book, I think, because it's not so obvious to me at this moment. So thanks very much.